Oh, hello. Now, what's it? Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Rolf. I couldn't have missed this for the world. I even bought sandwiches. I've never seen it so full. Are you here for the internal meeting? You're very privileged to say this. Usually, only the scientists are allowed here. It's going to be a really good one. I can't say too much. As in Vienna, I saw the results just a few hours ago, with no one else. I work at CMS on one of the 4 detectors of the Large Hadron Collider, the LHC. You all know about the LHC, right? Okay, some of you do. Where do I start? It's the biggest scientific experiment ever attempted. 27 kilometers long, the size of London's Circle Line, hundreds of feet underground. It cost £5 billion to build and is the work of 10,000 scientists and engineers. We smash protons into each other almost at the speed of light inside huge 7-story tall detectors and see what happens. It's incredible. I've been overseeing the search for the Higgs boson. It's the last piece of the jigsaw of the Standard Model, a theory which it helps to explain how all the known particles of nature behave. Everything in the world is made up of particles. You, me, this building, these sandwiches. Up until this moment, the Higgs boson was still just a theory. I'm saying too much.
I'm a PhD student here and working at CMS too. We're making new discoveries that are the cornerstone of physics. That isn't what gets me through the long nights. It's persistence. There's lots of people relying on me. That's where the pressure comes from. It's not top down. It's from personally wanting the experiment to succeed. I remember getting my first chemistry set. It was my 6th birthday. I was so happy. I can still picture it now. The test tubes, pipettes, goggles, gloves, strange powders and potions, doing my little experiments on the kitchen table, nearly burning the house down. And from then on, I was hooked.
I was only told 2 days ago that I've been picked to do this presentation. I'm studying for a PhD and part of my research includes analysis for the Higgs discovery. It's just what I signed up for when I started. I can't believe it's brought me to this. I haven't slept properly for weeks. It's been so intense. I've been grabbing an hour's sleep here and there, under my desk. Friends think I'm kind of crazy. Even last night, I didn't know what was presented today. The final result arrived at 5 a.m. this morning. The unblinding. That's what it's called. To discover the Higgs, it takes lots of statistical analysis of data. All the analysis is designed by humans, so it'd be easy to fix it, to give us the result we're looking for. To make sure this doesn't happen, we don't look until we've decided exactly how we'll analyse the data. Then, we get just one moment when we look. Open the box. The unblinding. It's all very dramatic. And it's either there or not.
I love the term unblinding. Letting light in, coming out of the darkness. We were blind, but now we see. I'm getting carried away.
First person to see it. And when I saw the graph, especially the mass spectrum, I knew. The other two in my group hadn't seen the final result yet and still had a lot more work to do. I called them, but I didn't get the result away. I'm not allowed. I wanted to tell them Tell someone, anyone? Open up the windows and tell the whole of CERN? But I just said, all going well. Let's carry on. Crazy.
I wonder what the team on the Atlas detector are thinking. They've been working on Higgs too, same as us. People talk about the competition between us. You can't pretend it's not there, but that doesn't motivate me. We want the Atlas to find the results because that confirms our results. But we would like to find it first.
My dad was a science teacher, just at the local comprehensive around the corner. He was always really curious about how the world worked. He wanted to know more. He was great at blowing things up. I wish he was here to see this. He died last year. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
Here we go. This has been my whole life's work, leading up to this moment.
I'm here to present our findings of the search for standard model Higgs boson decaying into 2 photons.
Some people, not us, call it the God particle. But as everyone here says, a better name would be the God-amp particle, because it's so impossible to find.
I hope you remember this for the rest of your life. I will. The true unblinding is on this slide, which is the combined result for 2011 and 2012.
That's it. That's the money shot.
We found the Higgs boson! Later, I bumped into Professor Peter Higgs, and I said to him, I've been looking for you all my life. And he just said, well, now you've found her.
Me and my friends celebrated. I can't really remember much. But we even had new t-shirts printed. Look. But then it was back to work. Finding the Higgs isn't the end. It's just the beginning.
The night before the big public announcement, I didn't sleep at all. We all wanted to be in the auditorium, so I queued up outside from 2 in the morning with my trusty sleeping bag and everyone else.
As a layman, I would now say, I think we have it. You agree?
And to be in the same room as Professor Peter Higgs, well, my dad would have been so proud.
So, that's the last piece of the jigsaw. It's the end of a huge journey which began a long, long time ago. Here's J.J. Thomson in the Cavendish lab in Cambridge in 1897, aided by his wonderful assistant, Ebenezer Everett. He's investigating cathode rays, a weird phenomenon that people have been trying to understand for decades. When they pass an electric current through, it starts to glow. Lovely, isn't it? Thomson thought that these were streams of particles much smaller than the atom, a subatomic particle, the electron. This was the first subatomic particle to be discovered. It took just 2 people to do this experiment, whereas it took 10,000 to find the Higgs.
Hello. Welcome to the CERN Control Center. It's here that we run a 27-kilometer large hadron collider. You've come at a good time. Now is the fill, which is the period when there are beams in the collider. This can be anything from 2 hours to a whole day. Me and the beam work closely together. He's my friend. I know that sounds crazy, but I feel the beam. My wife says I care more about the beam than her. But it's true. I could always find another wife. Lars? Look at all this. I must be one of the luckiest men in the world. I love my job. The LHC is like driving a Formula One car. The facts are incredible. Where do you start? It's one of the coldest places in the universe at -271 degrees Celsius. It contains some of the most powerful magnets ever created and uses as much electricity as a small city. The beam pipes are emptier than the vacuum of space, and the collisions are the hottest places on Earth. You can see I'm very proud. Lars, ready for the fill, Lars? Okay, ramp them up. This is the phase where the beams are accelerated up to full power. And the beams enter the LHC with an energy corresponding to 450 million electron volts, and are then accelerated up to 4 trillion volts. Then the incredibly powerful LHC magnets must be ramped up to steer the beams. Just Lars.
Okay, yes, ready.
Then the beams are squeezed using magnets to make them narrow. Squeeze the beams.
Stable beams now.
Okay. Now then, once the squeeze is over, the beams are brought into collision inside the 4 detectors, which then switch on and start taking data. Sometimes pressure comes from the fierce competition between Atlas and CMS. If a low collision rate is delivered to one or the other, they ring up and complain. I'm serious. Atlas on the phone now. Stable beam should last for around 8 to 10 hours for a good fill. Cappuccino, please.
Einen latte, bitte.
Me too. This is one of our new members of staff. He's only on coffee duty so far. Sorry, I forgot your name.
It's Brian.
Yes, Brian. Thank you, Brian. During stable beams, there's not a lot to do. Assuming everything's running smoothly, we can carry on with other work while the LHC happily churns away. But it's running today. So, take your once in a lifetime chance to go down and look around. Off you go. Have a good look. This way. Where's that boy with my cappuccino? Brian?